Good morning and welcome to Mike Ferry TV. It is the week of May 12th, 2014. Last week, as you remember, we went through the blueprint for Fahad Assad from Naples, Florida. And it was interesting because, Fahad is a very dynamic sales lady and really does a terrific job. And as I think I mentioned to you last week, she did sell Sabrina and I the home we live in Naples, Florida, and we couldn't be happier with that result. But what we have to look at is not the result, is how did she get there? How did she build the wonderful business she has today? Or how have each of these great agents, and hopefully very soon yourself, built the business they have? The young lady that I had on the stage last year, which was the second blueprint I presented last year at the retreat, is an interesting lady because Sabrina and I met her, I think about 5-6 years ago. We were doing a 4-day action workshop in Scottsdale, Arizona. And the first day of the workshop, this young lady, big smile, very dynamic, approached us and said, could she have lunch with us? We said, of course. She had such a beautiful smile, we couldn't turn her down. And she then told us a wonderful story about a charity that she runs and operates in honor of her daughter who had passed away many years before. And she does this wonderful charity to raise money to help families like herself and what they went through. And we made a decision that day at that workshop to help her. And I said to the audience, here's the charity, and whatever money we can raise from the 300 of you, we'll match that. And I think that 300 people I think we raised about $1,500 to $2,000, and I wrote a check and matched it, and we gave that to Valerie Caro that day. Well, unbeknownst to me, she had been in real estate for a long time, probably 20-some years at that time. And she was a very good agent. I mean, she was doing 25, 30, 40 transactions a year. She made a decision to join our coaching. And since that time forward, she is now a consistent 150, 160 deal a year producer and creates an income source for herself of over $1 million a year. And if you live in a city like Flagstaff, Arizona, which is in the mountains of Arizona, small city, small population, she is the predominant real estate agent in that town. And it's because of the blueprint that she created, has worked on and perfected for herself. And she will tell you, like Fahada, that really everything she does is a work in progress. Now I will say to you, I personally have the good fortune of coaching Valerie Caro. And every week when we start that call, I know and I can expect nothing but good things to come from her in terms of what we're asking her to do and how she does it. So she operates 100% from blind faith. See, she operates with the fact that everything we tell her, like we're doing this week with you, everything is designed to help her build her business and move forward. One of the hardest parts of what we do is helping you understand the concept of blind faith. There's no valid reason, there's no purpose, there's no good thought behind why we would ask you to do something that would harm your business, harm your career. So Valerie, in that first 4 days, back 5-6 years ago, bought into, accepted, and realized that if she just took what we said and did it, she could build a great career, which she has done. Her blueprint, I thought, was fascinating because it was, how did I build the business and how do I keep it functioning? Remember what I said last week? You can't build a building without a blueprint. You can't build an airplane without a blueprint. You can't build anything without a blueprint. You can't build a real big-time successful career without a blueprint. Oh yeah, you can do 5, 6, 8, 10 deals a year with no blueprint, but is that really what you're in the business for? Are you just trying to make a living? Live paycheck to paycheck? Hope that a deal closes so you can pay your rent, pay for your car, and feed your family? No, you want to build a business. You want to be productive. You want to be successful. Everybody does. Don't kid yourself. You may deny it. You may not say it out loud, but we know that's what you want, or you wouldn't be watching Mike Ferry TV. Let's look at Valerie's blueprint on how she's built her business. Here's number one. I love number one. I accepted the attitude that prospecting is fun because I know what to say when I'm on the phone and at their door. And for those that saw Valerie, she has a smile from here to here. And I said, you mean you really have fun prospecting? And with a big smile, she said, I have fun every single day when I prospect. She says, I've accepted the attitude that prospecting is fun because I know what to say. See, where she is strong is the ability to know what to say. See, if she knocks on a door, the buy owner, the expired past client, centers of influence, just listed, just sold, If she's calling into her database, she knows what to say, which makes the conversation a lot less stressful. It makes it more engaging and a lot more fun to be involved in. Number 2, I've internalized all the scripts so they're literally part of who I am. Because I have personally the good fortune of coaching Valerie, I can on any coaching call say to Valerie, okay, I'm an expired, go ahead. And she goes right into the script. I'm a past client, I need to talk to you. She goes right into the script. But because she's internalized it, it doesn't sound like this. Hi, my name is Valerie. When do you plan on moving? How long have you lived? She's internalized it. Hi, my name is Valerie, and I was wondering, when do you plan on moving? And how long you lived at this address? And where did you folks move from? See, if we can ever get you to understand that all we are is that we're the furnisher of the script, and you're the deliverer of the script. If you take the script and you practice your role play, you practice your role play. Remember what Fahada said last week? How many events she's attended, how many thousands of role play sessions she's had. So she's made the scripts hers, both Valerie and Fahada. What's funny is in working with Fahada, she was using my scripts on me and I was accepting them, but they sounded like her, not me. So Valerie, I've internalized the scripts. Number 3, on the days that things didn't go well, I practiced blind faith of what I'm being asked to do is going to work. I said to Valerie, do you have bad days? She goes, well, no, I have bad moments. I said, you must have bad days. She goes, no, I have bad moments. I might have a call that didn't go well, but then I have to remember that I can't let that control my day. We've all had a bad moment, but do we let a bad moment become an entire day? So what she does is she says to herself, I practice blind faith that what I'm being told to do is actually going to work for me. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about the fact that we're asking you to do things to improve the quality of your life and your business? Number 4, I created a very strict schedule for myself, and the tighter the schedule, the more freedom I have. I think Valerie shocked a lot of people because she's in the office at 6 a.m. and she leaves at 3 o'clock every day. And she has 2 listing appointments, usually at 12:30, 1 o'clock, and again at 2 o'clock. Very strict schedule. She doesn't have the moments of the freedom to be on the internet checking her Facebook account, which she doesn't have. She's not on the internet thinking about something she might want to buy. She's not looking up the competitors to see what they're doing. She's not spending the day checking emails. She's working and she has a schedule to follow. Number 5, every day I would remind myself that I'm really not too busy to do my job. I just thought that was such an interesting point. Every day I have to remind myself, I'm not too busy to do my job. When I asked her about that, she goes, well, gosh, Mike, if you look at people that run major corporations, CFOs, CEOs, COOs, presidents, these people have a schedule. They're busy. Can I give you an example? So, for example, today, I had a 5 a.m. coaching call. I had a 5:30 coaching call. I had a 6 o'clock coaching call. I had a 6:30 coaching call. Then at 7:30, I had to do a conference call with 100 agents in the country of Italy. Then at 8:30, I had to leave, go get my haircut, because I needed it badly. Then at 9:30, I run to the house, change clothes. At 10 o'clock, I have a meeting at the office. Then at 11 o'clock, I'm standing in front of you in the studio. At 12 o'clock, I have a luncheon meeting. At 1:30, I have an interview. At 2:30, I have a second interview. And then 4 o'clock, my grandson comes over to play for a couple of hours. I mean, I don't have time to screw around. Why do you have so much time? Oh, that's it. You don't have a schedule. You're not productive. You're not busy. You can do more than you're doing. Number 6, might force me to make decisions faster as to what is a good lead or a bad lead, a potential good listing or potential bad listing. Why do you keep leads of people that are never going to buy and sell? I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. Number 7, I keep looking for exposure to agents that do more than I do, and I'm always learning from them. Most people we just don't want to be around people that are more successful. Instead of saying, hey, if they're bigger, better, stronger, faster, more successful, and smarter, I can learn, I can glean things from them. I have to tell you, it's the best thing I've done all my life is hang around people that were better than I was. And as a result, they're pulling me up. And that's what Valerie does all the time. Number 8, starting on the first day, I immediately decided I would do whatever my coach tells me to do without any question whatsoever. Just do what you're told. Number 9, every year I challenge myself to raise the bar as to my productivity. For example, she says, when I started 4.5 years ago, I was doing 30 deals a year, and this year I'm going to do 160. Think about that. You know, that's available to all of us in this room. Excuse me, all of us that are watching. Every one of us that is paying attention today could raise their standards. So what she says is, every year I challenge myself to raise the bar, to raise the standard as to what I can accomplish. And then she says, I'm constantly looking at points 1 through 9 to keep my business growing. I'm always reviewing my blueprint. I'm always reviewing my goals, my objectives, my plans. I'm always looking at, how did I get there? How am I going to get there? How did I get here? What steps did I take? And what do I have to do? Guys and gals, with that attitude, it's pretty hard to miss. I'm excited about the next several weeks because we're going to look at these blueprints virtually for the next several weeks. And at the same time, I'm excited because I know some of you are going to take the time to start laying out the steps you have to take. Raise the standard, raise the bar, raise the goal. You can do more than you're doing. Let's create the path to make it happen. We'll work on it more next week. See you then.